Please note that this episode was recorded mostly in Japanese and I provided on-the-spot translations. Some of my translations might have been incomplete or slightly off the mark, so please keep this in mind. And now let's get started with the episode. IkigaiTribe.com. My guest today on the Ikigai Podcast is Tosei Shinabe, a Zen Buddhist monk and meditation instructor based in Kyoto, Japan. His journey to monastic life was unconventional, encompassing a law degree, global travels, and a career in traditional Kyoto craftsmanship. These experiences deepened his appreciation for the humility and spiritual resonance inherent in Japanese artisanship, ultimately guiding him toward Zen practice. Osho-sama, thank you for joining me today.
こちらこそありがとうございます。
Would you like to share a little bit about your background?
Okay, my name is Tosei Shinabe. Please call me Sei. So I am a Zen monk from Kyoto. Now I, how to say, quit on the temple. And
really?
Yeah. Not quit. I keep connecting, but not every day I go to temple. So I teach Zen meditation. We call Zazen everywhere in Japan, also abroad. I decided to become monk when I was 32 years old, and now I'm 41.
41?
Years old. Yeah. So before I became monk, I was a producing Japanese traditional crafts.
Yes.
Every kind of traditional crafts in Kyoto. Before that, I was work in newspaper company in Kyoto's local newspaper. And I did advertisement. Before that, I was a university student. So I born in the ordinary family in Japan, not in temple. Yeah. If you want to know about more, please ask me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I will call you Sei. That's okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Great. So when you were a teenager,
Yes.
you were a bit of a rebel, but I think through traveling the world, you learnt more about life and yourself. Is that correct?
Yes.
Which countries did you travel to?
Mainly Southeast Asia, because so I started to travel when I was university student. So I don't have enough money, but for example, Thailand, Laos, China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Korea, North Korea, South Korea, North Korea, and India, and Nepal, and Holland, America, United States. 忘れちゃったけど、まあ20カ国ぐらいですかね。
It's about 20 countries.
Yeah.
Amazing. Do you still travel now? Do you sometimes travel?
No, not now, because I quit temple last November. So every day I went to temple, not travel. Yeah.
I see.
But now I can do that. So 1 month ago, I was in Seychelles in Africa for to teach someone the Zen meditation for 1 week.
You do travel now?
Yeah.
And do you enjoy that?
Yes, of course.
Of course. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yes, of course.
yeah,
I'm going to read a quote from an
mm,
interview
yeah.
about when you were young.
Mhm.
So here's the quote. I was always out playing in Osaka and I was always rebelling. My teachers would scold me and call my parents. I was always questioning things and I felt that the adults didn't understand. I don't really remember what exactly I was questioning, but one big thing I do remember is the feeling that humans are also part of nature. We are also one of the animals. That's what I always believed, and I didn't understand why other people didn't feel the same way.
Yeah.
How did you rebel? Did you just stay out late? Did you drink when you were younger?
Sorry, please say to me in Japanese.
じゃあ、反抗的だったそうですよね。
はい。
どういうふうに反抗的だった？
どういうふうに。いや、よくわからないんですけど、私も。社会にイラついてた。大人たちにムカついてた。そういうことですね。もっと自由に生きていたいと思っていましたね。
一般的に。
うん。
You were just generally rebellious and you wanted more freedom.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you drink alcohol, for example?
Of course.
Of course. Okay.
Of
Okay.
course.
And did you
Yeah.
stay out late? Did you come home late?
Yes.
Yes. Ah.
Yes.
So you were like a bad boy sometimes.
I don't think so, but yeah, many people say to me, "Bad boy." Yeah, yeah,
Mm. But you were wanting to be free and you
mhm,
wanted to explore life.
yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So, なぜ自分の人生の生き方を決められているのか、
Ah,
不思議
you
だ
were
ったし、いや、それをみんな、受け入れていることも不思議だったし、う
okay.
ん、そういう
So
ことですね。
you were thinking, why does my life have to
うん。
be chosen
Yeah,
by others?
yeah,
And why do people accept this?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And
yeah.
you wanted to choose your own way.
Yeah. Parents or society, country. So everyone こうやって生きろってね、
Uh,
言ってくるわけですよね。それが腹立たしかった。
so parents, people, and society was pushing you or pushing everyone to go this way,
Yes.
but you wanted to go another way. And did that anger you?
うん、
腹立った?
yes.
Yeah, that angered you. Okay. でも意外に、弁護士なろうと思ってたんですよね. So you
Yeah.
completed a law degree, which I think is 6 years, but you never practiced law. You never became a lawyer. What did you learn from studying law?
Ah, very complicated. So I want to say in Japanese. まず法律はというか善悪、いいことと悪いことは常にその境界は曖昧であるっていうこと。そしてあと、法律はいつも社会の問題が起きてから後から出来上がるので、常に遅い。遅いんですね。そして、変わるのも遅い。一回できてしまうと変わるのも遅いから、社会の、 実際に必要なことに足りてない場合ももちろんある。うん。そうですね。それと、あー法律を作っているのは、多くの場合、その時、その社会で生きている人たちの意見
あ
だから、多くの意見が、多数決のようなことで決まるっていうことですね。ただし、その多数決は何によって、その社会の人々の意見がどうやって決まるかっていうと、メディアによって決まってるんですね。
あ
その当時の日本では。ですから、当時の日本は、例えばテレビで言われていること、ニュースで言われていることとか、今だったらそれがネットになるのかもしれないけれども、インターネットになるのかもしれないが、うん。つまり、報道機関、メディアがかなりの力を持っているなと。うん。で、人間は生まれてから生きている間にインプットした情報で全て物事を考えると思うので、メディアというのがとてもとても強い力を持っているなということを知りました。そして法律がいつも正しいというふうには全く思わなくなった。
okay. So that's quite a bit, but the strong points were law is influenced by societal opinion, and
Yes.
societal opinion is strongly influenced by media,
Yes.
which obviously is not always a good thing. So that's what you learned. You also learned that laws coming to existence after an event or after something goes wrong.
Yes.
And sometimes what is right or what is wrong
Yeah.
can be vague or hard to determine.
Yeah.
And I think you said a few other things, but yes, it is interesting. We grow up learning this is right, this is wrong, but that's determined or shaped by other people through media.
それともう一つ法律をやって分かったことの大事な
はい。
ことは、その法律が人の命まで奪える力を持っている。人の自由を奪うし、人の
あ、
命を奪うことをみんなで合意している状態だから、うん、国という単位でね。
あ。
国という単位で、
奪うっていうのは、取る、
そう、自由を奪う。例えば、捕まえて、
あ、
ジェイルに入れると
はい。
か、うん、死刑にするとか、
あ、
そういうことが可能になってしまうでしょ？法律があれば。
うん。
恐ろしいことだと思いましたね。
Okay. So law or the legal system can take away people's freedom or even their life. So if they commit a crime, they might go to jail, or if
Yeah.
it's a serious crime, they get capital punishment.
Yes, yes. そう。でも法律に書いてあったらみんなそれを、受け入れるんですね。
Uh,
うん。
everyone or most people accept
あ、
these laws,
うん。
but it sounds like you didn't.
うん。なぜなら、法律は同時に人は自由ですって言うんですよ。
Ah,
人は自由ですって法律では言うんですが、その自由を縛るのも法律であって、うん。
okay.
うん。
So law is saying we make laws to give you freedom,
うん。
but that's not always the
うん。
case.
Yes.
There you go. So when you traveled to about 20 countries.
Yeah.
How did traveling in all these different countries shape your perspective, your thoughts about life?
うん。Yeah. My common sense is not common sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
常識は常識でない。
Mm,
Everyone everyone has the common sense, but very, very individual thing. Not common sense is not common sense. If someone have different culture, different language, different religion, but I don't know why, but so we can share the emotion and we can bring each other, we can give each other the, how to say, 思いやり。そう、旅をしてて僕はお金がない、あんまりお金を持たない旅をしていたので、いろんな人が助けてくれるんですね。そう、だから言葉が違っても宗教が違っても文化が違っても年齢が違っても、その時その場で初めて会った者同士が心底思いやりを持って接するっていうことはできるんだっていうことを知った。
Okay.
それは嬉しかった。
Understand. So through traveling, because you didn't have a lot of money, I guess you were backpacking, you realized despite different nationality, different race, different religion, different beliefs, people have compassion, omoyari. People will help you when they see you need help. And so you learned, even though there are many differences, different opinions, different common sense, people can create or give compassion. And that's, それはいいことですね. That's a good thing.
そうですね。
Yeah.
それと日本の常識、僕は日本の中で常識を培ったが、それは僕の常識であって、みんな常識っていうのは全然違う、文化が違えばっていうこともよくわかりました。
And Joshiki, common sense, the way you think is unique to you and all people, but I think even countries have a different idea of common sense.
いや、さっきの法律の話とも一緒ですね。Good thing and bad thing. それは場所によって全然変わる。
See, so the idea of what is good or what is wrong differs from country, but also maybe even person. Some people have different opinions.
That's right. That's right. Exactly.
You saw a connection to law and traveling experience.
Yes.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's good. I guess when you travel, you learn so much about life, other people, and yourself.
Yes, that's right. Exactly.
Then you got into traditional crafts, dento koke, and you studied and practiced these crafts. Do you want to talk about that? What crafts did you study?
Many kind of. So, for example, ceramics. Nishijin ori. Nishijin ori is Kyoto's special weaving.
Weaving?
Yeah. For kimono, for obi. Yeah. Or lantern, Japanese lantern, or Japanese lacquerware, urushi lacquerware, bamboo crafts.
Bamboo crafts?
Wood craft, kintsugi, do you know? The repair by gold.
Gold lacquer?
Yeah, gold lacquer.
I think you made tea caddies?
Yes.
And kanaami, cooking utensils?
Kanami also. Yeah. Every kinds of Japanese crafts in Kyoto.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long did you do that for?
3 years to 4 years.
So you would have learned to use your hands, your mind, concentration,
Yes.
making these different.
Yeah. I, I learn about that, about this, but I don't make.
Ah,
Just I produce that. So I
oh,
ask craft people, what do you want to do?
ah,
And I connect people and I organize this exhibition, or I bring him the new designer, or yeah, I did the branding. そういうことやってました。僕が作るんじゃないです。作っ
okay.
ている人に助けることをやってたんです。はい。
So you you
Yes,
promoted these crafts
yes,
to help artists. Ah,
yes,
I understand.
3年じゃ作るのもできないよ。
そうですね。
1個もできない。
1個でも, yeah. So, yeah, I was surprised, just thinking, wow, that's a lot in 3 years. Okay, so you were promoting these artists and
Yes,
crafts
yes, yes.
kokunai within Japan or
Yes,
kaigai?
国内。
Kokunai
But
within Japan.
yes, but I live in Japan, in Kyoto,
In Kyoto. Yeah.
in Kyoto. But sometimes I bring the class, bring to the abroad. Yeah, sometimes.
I see. So these crafts, when I think about them, I think of the word shokunin damashi. Yeah. So did you see and experience shokunin damashi when you were helping these artists? それを現実に見えた?
Yes.
Yes. You see.
その3年間か4年間は、とっても自由に仕事をさせてもらってたんですね。
はい。
なので、本当にもう朝起きてから、もう深夜0時過ぎるまで、ずっと職人さんと一緒にいました。遊ぶのもずっと職人さんと遊んでたし、飲むのも、お酒飲むのも職人さんと飲んでたし、本当にもうね、365日24時間体制でずっとそのことをやっていた感じなんで、だからすごく短い時間に見えるんだけど、3年、4年ってね。だけど本当にその間に、京都のその当時自分と同世代の頑張っている職人さん全員と多分つながることができたし、深い家族ぐるみの深い関係を今でも続けてますね。だから。
I see. So you basically spent those 3 or 4 years spending your whole life with these craftspeople from morning to night. You would
Yeah.
be by their side watching them work, but you'd also go out with them, eat with them, drink with them,
Yeah.
and you were like family. So you were very close, and you're about the same age.
Yeah.
Same age.
Mostly, but of course younger or older.
Older. So you experienced their life
Yeah.
by spending time with them.
Yeah.
Wow. Did this connect you to working at a newspaper? Did this connect you to advertising? No, completely
No,
different.
completely different.
How did you survive financially? How did you make money?
Now?
その時, when you were,
Yeah. Yeah. I was in a company. The company is half company owned, half Kyoto prefecture and Kyoto, and half is Kyoto's many companies, not government. So yeah, so 半分行政、半分民間。利益を会社に持って帰るってことが 特に必要なかった。京都のためにやるっていう会社だったんですね。そのために作られた会社だったので、その会社に僕が利益をこう生んで持って帰んなきゃいけないっていうことがなかったんですよ。だから自由に、本当に職人さんたちが良くなることをやればよかった。それが恵まれてた。うん。
はい。
うん。で、僕はそこから給料をもらっていた。
Okay.
とても少ない給料。
Okay. So you were sponsored or paid to help promote these
うん。
craftspeople
うん。
by a large company where profit didn't matter. It was focused on just we
Yeah.
need to promote the craftspeople of Kyoto.
うん。その、ラージカンパニーっていうか、もうほぼほぼだから京都府、京都プレフ
Okay.
ェクチャーがやってるってことなんです。京都プレフェクチャーから私は給料もらってた。
Okay. So you received the income from Kyoto Prefecture.
Yeah.
I see. That's nice.
うん。うん。
Let's also touch on the temple.
うん。
You've spent your time obviously training to become a priest and where you worked as a priest. So that's Ryoso Kunin Temple. Is that correct?
両足院店舗。
Ryoso
両
Kunin
足。
Temple. So would you like to tell us about that temple?
両足院
Mm.
Okay. So when I became a monk, first I get in monastery, Kenninji Monastery. Yeah, there is a training temple, Zen
Zendo? Zen
monastery. Yes, Sodo, we call
Sodo.
Sodo. So is a priest or a monk. Do is
Hall?
yes, whole. 3 years I was in there. So when I was in there, mm, I can I cannot connect the outside sodo and concentrate to the training. We call it shugyo.
Shigyo.
So every day, minimum 5 hours sit, and the other time almost 10 hours do mostly
Cleaning.
clean or farming or cooking, something like that. So, and I was in there for 3 years, and then I joined the Ryosokuin Temple. Ryosokuin Temple, also in Kenninji Temple. Yeah. So Ryosokuin is in Kenninji Temple.
I see.
So Kenninji have 14 temples. Kenninji is a big temple. So one of that, Ryosokuin is one of that.
So it's a sub-temple.
Yeah.
It's a temple within a
Sub-temple, yeah.
temple.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And you did your training there 3 years?
In Ryosokuin 5 years.
5 years, sorry. 5 years. And every day, Zazen, 5 hours. So seated meditation, 5 hours. And then
No. In monastery, Kenninji Monastery, for 3 years.
3 years. Yeah.
3 years. And after that, 5 years, Ryosokuin Temple.
Oh, so I was
Yeah.
at Hachinenkan.
Yeah.
8 years of training. Okay.
Yes.
And that was mainly cleaning
So, yes.
and then
Yes.
5 hours of meditation.
So, yes. In the monastery, every day, minimum 5 hours, maximum 15 or 20 hours in a day is Zazen and clean up for 3 years. And 5 years in Ryosokuin. Mainly I do clean up also, but I teach the people how to do Zen meditation mainly.
Okay.
And I sometimes I write kanji character Zen words for the people or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, so monastery is also one of the Kenninji temple, sub-temple.
Sub-temple. Yeah.
Yeah. 14, there is 14 sub-temples in the monastery also, and Ryosokuin also, sub-temple of Kenninji temple. Yeah.
It sounds like a big temple.
Kenninji is the most oldest Zen temple in Kyoto.
Oldest temple in Kyoto.
Yeah, 820 or 30 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, established.
感じますかその歴史感じる do you feel the history?
Yes, of course. But in Japan, in Kyoto, especially in Kyoto, 800 years is not so old. Not old, 800.
Not so.
Yeah.
So the opportunity to become a Zen monk was quite random. Would you like to talk about that? そう、禅僧になる機会は割と偶然だったそうですよね。そのことについて話してください。
Okay, so I don't have any plans to become a monk, basically. But when I was promoting Japanese crafts, so I used to have the exhibition for ceramics in Ryosokuin. The Ryosokuin's monk asked me, please produce the exhibition. So I did that. And I finished the exhibition. So the monk asked me again, why don't you be a monk? Why don't you be a Zen monk? He wanted to see me become monk, become Zen monk. So I don't know why. But and I start to think, I will be monk. What is that? So, but yeah, and I decided. I decided be a monk.
That's an interesting story.
Very simple.
Simple, yeah. And that's that priest or that monk was Ito Toryo-san.
Yes.
So what do you think he saw in you? Why did he think you should become a priest?
Yeah.
A monk.
私は何度も彼に聞いたことがあるんです。I used to ask him, why you asked me? asked me. So he said, just 直感。と、見た目。私の見た目。見た目って、how to say?
How you look, the way you look, maybe the way you do things, the way you go about your life. で、直感は like just a sudden thought.
Yeah.
So he had a sudden thought, Shinabe-san should become a priest.
Yeah.
And then he told you, you you look like you could be a priest. So why don't you become a priest?
But でもその当時は、本当に毎日毎日夜遅くまで、お酒も飲んでたし、お酒飲むのも仕事、コミュニケーションのうちだったからね、職人さんと。うん。まあ、ひどい生活をしてましたけども。
Yeah, that's interesting.
なんでそう思ったか不思議ですね。
Okay. So at that time, you were staying up late, drinking with
Yeah,
these
every day,
craftspeople,
every
and
day.
not really leading a healthy life. And
Yeah.
so you think it's quite unusual or strange.
う
He
ん。
saw that in
う
you
ん。
despite your lifestyle.
Yes, yes. Very strange.
今、飲まない？
いや、ほとんど飲んでないですね。なんだろう、呼ばれれば行くけど、うん。あの、もう、そうですね。その当時から比べたら100分の1ぐらいになってんじゃないですか。
Okay. Okay. So you rarely drink, only when you're asked, but it's like once in 100 now compared to your past, where you used to drink. My
Yeah.
mom used to drink every night, yeah, but now rarely. So that's interesting. Your life really changed.
Yeah.
Did you say yes quickly, or did you need time to think about the decision?
そんなに長くかからなかったですね。うん。もう多分私の中ではその時点でもうすぐ決まってたんだけど、それをこうどうやって実現するかっていうことについては、考える時間が必要だったけど。
All right. So it didn't take that long. You kind of knew quickly, oh, okay, I will do this, but you had to work out how. How can I
Yes.
do this?
Yes. それも直感的にね、これはやろうと思ったけど、いや、でもそこから本当にやるべきかどうかっていうことについてよく考えた。だけど考えた結果、最も合理的だと思ったんですよ。合理的って、how to say it in English, but
合理的。ちょっと調
yeah.
べる。
うん。
合理的。
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 合
Yes.
ちょっと待って。So you kind of knew instantly, yeah, I will become a priest, but you had to take time. 合理的出ました。
うん。
Logical, rational.
うん。うん。うん。そう、自分の選択として、あの、伝統工芸を手伝ってたわけですね、僕は。で、伝
Yes.
統工芸を手伝うっていうことは、結局その伝統工芸を買う人、手に取る人っていうのは、そのものを買ってるんだけど、ものの中に込められているフィロソフィーとか、ビューティー、センスオブビューティーとか、もちろん技術、テクニックもそう、長い歴史の中で作られたテクニックもそうだし、そういうものを全部を自分の身に、そばに置きたいから買うわけですね。
Okay.
で、中に込められたその哲学が大事なんですよ。Concept is the most important. Yeah. で、それを考えたときに、禅のコンセプトっていうのは、その日本的なコンセプトの中心にある大事な部分なんですよね。中心は言い過ぎかもしれないけど、それを自分がプレイヤーになって、直接みんなにお知らせするとか、ということになるだろうと思ったんです。
Okay.
うん。
When you were helping these craftspeople sell their craft, their pottery or their tea caddies or their lacquer, you were not just selling a product, you were selling their spirit or their essence in the work of their product. And I guess this is like a type of craftsman. It's like their flow or their emotion or their spirit going into the product. And I guess this is very much a part of Japanese culture. And I think you saw, that's your yakuwari, that's your role to help this philosophy or this Japanese way of craftsmanship, which goes into the art, and you saw a connection to Zen with you helping craftspeople sell their work. So there's a deep philosophy behind this. Japanese essence is found in craft, and there's a connection between Zen, and you saw this connection.
Yes.
And so you thought, I will become a priest. It's like you saw the bigger picture.
Yeah. I want to have time to think myself, think the human beings, think about life, think about the world. So I don't know many about the training them, but I know for 3 years in the monastery, very, very long time to sit. So I don't know what is Zazen. I don't know what is Zen completely, but there is a time. There is long time, and no connect with outside.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So I want to think. I want to deeply think, and I want to make sense about these things. What is life? What is me? What is human beings? What is the world? So it's a reason also.
Okay. So becoming a Zen monk gave you this opportunity to deeply think on these questions of life. What is life? Who am I? Why is the world this way? And that's in isolation. So you really had no contact outside of the temple.
No contact is not correct.
Little contact.
Almost no contact. But
Almost no contact.
Yeah, I was bad boy, so I was childhood. Of course, I can go through outside.
Really?
But
Come back.
secretly.
I see. Okay, that's interesting. So what was the training? Very hard? It sounds like it was very hard.
Very, very hard. Very hard. So very, very short time to sleep. Always we are in the monastery. Always we wake up 3:30 in the morning.
Wow.
In summertime, 4 o'clock in winter time, and we go to bed 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
First year, and second year we can go to bed to 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. So and there is no free time.
No free time.
No free time. So if I finish my job, and if I have 5 minutes, I sleep 2 minutes. それぐらい。
Wow.
そうしないと続かないんですね、体力が。
Why Why is that the case? Why is there only a small amount of sleep? Is that part of the training? Is that to condition your mind?
いやー、それもあると思います。ただし、シンプルにやることが多いんです。仕事が。
Okay. So really, you just have so much to do. You have no time for
Yeah.
sleep. Well, let's talk about your life now. So Zazen is a big part of your daily life,
Yes.
and you practice it, but you teach it. But what is Zazen, and how long do you do it every day now?
Oh, okay. Now, when I want to sit, I sit. 決めてない。And I think Zazen is technique, very actual body technique to observe myself and observe surroundings, observe the world. Why? Why observe? Because we want to know about this. We want myself, and we want to know about human beings. What is this? What is life? And what is the world? We want to know. How? Just observe.
Just observe.
The technique of observation, I think, Zazen is.
So that's really interesting. And we talked about this last time, but in the West, Zazen or meditation, the idea is to clear your mind of thoughts and not think. But you told me the opposite is true.
Yeah.
Zazen gives you time to observe, to contemplate, and to exhaust the answers to the questions.
Yeah. So, if you want to forget, you can forget. But if you cannot forget something, so you should think about that. Finally, the question exhausted.
I see.
Asking yourself again and again, and finally makes sense, and you can release that. So, 結果として、静かになることはあるが、麻酔を打つようにね、無視しても何も解決にならないでしょ。
Okay.
それはお酒を飲むのと一緒だし、そうじゃなくて、疑問があったらそれを徹底的に納得いくまで考え尽くした結果、それはリリースできるっていう話ですね。
So the practice of Zazen is not to ignore the question or to push it away. The practice is to take in the question, have it in your mind, and until you find the answer or are satisfied, you keep going. And then once you find the answer, it's gone. And then maybe the next question.
Yes.
So it gives you space. It gives you space to just focus. It gives your mind space to process all these questions or thoughts we put aside because we're so busy. We're busy every day. We have this thought, but忙しいな、後で考える. So Zazen gives us that space to process all the chaos in our mind.
So, まず自分が一体何を今しているのか、何をして生きているのか、なぜそれをしているのかっていうのをまず考えるべきですね、皆さん、みんな、自分。どうして今こうやって生きているのか。ほとんど選んでないんですよ。私もそうだけど。
I see.
その事実をちゃんと受け止めるべきですね、まずは。
So it gives us the space to think about, why am I here? What am I doing? Why am I leading this life? Most of my life it's been chosen for me by other people.
Mhm.
So that's very important. We have that time to, get some
そうです。
clarity.
Yeah, we cannot choose how to born.
Mm.
Yeah, gender also, country, religion, timing. We cannot choose.
Choose.
We
Yeah.
cannot choose our life. No. Our how to born, but we can choose how to live,
Ah,
how to think.
amazing. Yes. So yes, we were never given the choice of how we were born, where we were born, our
Yeah.
race, our gender, our culture, religion, but just sitting, we have the opportunity to think about, how do I want to live?
Yeah. So most people, also me. So human being is very special. My life is very special life. We want to think
Precious. Yeah.
like that. Yeah. But なぜ生まれてきたかって、今、あなたのうちの冷蔵庫の中に入ってる卵、エッグと
Ah,
変わらないんですよ、何も。
okay.
目の前に生えてる草、グラス一本の、
Mm,
その種と変わらないわけですよ、
mm.
本当は。
So that
でも
is
それを
life.
認めるの。い
That's life. Yes.
や、で、それを認めるのはとても怖いんです。
Um, I see. So looking at life from the perspective of, there's one blade of grass, or the egg in the fridge. So looking at life this way can be, well, scary. Like,
Yeah.
life is precious. I have this life.
Mm.
But all around me is life. So do you think we are afraid to think and focus about life because we know it will end and we will die?
Yeah. So, だから死ぬ、死についても納得がいくまで徹底的に考えるべきなんですね。
So we should think about death until
Yeah.
we are satisfied with our own answer about death. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
That's right. Live, death. Yeah. そう。で、自分が特別ではない、自分の人生が特別ではない、人間は特別ではない、もう冷蔵庫の卵と変わらないっていうことを、まずしっかりその事実をメイクセンスした上で、納得した上で、そこから人生を作っていく。
Okay. So we must understand that our life is no different from the blade of grass or the egg, and that once we can process that or understand that,
Yeah.
only after that can we start to think about how to live.
いや、それはとっても自由なことなんです。何にも縛られてないから。
Okay.
家族の歴史にも縛られてない。人間の歴史にも縛られていない。宗教にも縛られていない。法律にも縛られていない。当然国にも社会にも縛られていない。全部自分が選べるんです。本当は。
Okay.
ね。
So once we can do that, we are then free from religion, free from politics, free from society, free from family history, free from human history. So it sounds like there is acceptance of reality, and then we are free. It's like, is it kind of like aruga mama? Like
あるがまま、その通りです。そう。っ
Like,
ていうか、もう、そのことに気づいてなくても、
uh,
最初からもう生まれた時から全員完全に自由なんだけど、そのことに気づいてない。自分で
okay.
縛ってるんです。自分の脳みそで。
So we're actually you're saying we're actually free when we're born,
いや、
but we're not free in our mind, and we create our own prison
う
in our
ん。
mind through our
いや、
thinking,
いや、by your own.
by
But,
your own thoughts and
yeah,
your
yes, yes.
urges and desires and impulses.
Yeah, I think so.
And so arugamama is this idea of as it is, or
As it is.
this is reality.
です。
Yeah, I think it's the biggest personal problem
うん。
is we don't control our thinking. We
Yeah.
respond, we
Good.
react, and
うん。
we don't stop just
う
to
ん。
think. And
うん。
now it's harder. Today it's harder with with technology and phones and so much stimuli.
Yeah.
Very hard to relax and think.
Yeah.
Hmm. So meditation,
うん。
Zazen and meditation is increasingly becoming popular,
うん。
and that is your new role, like your yakuari. This is your role, is to teach.
うん。
You do it online
Yeah.
and in person.
うん。
So do you enjoy this role of teaching?
うん。Yeah, I enjoy. I
Yeah.
enjoy. うん。
Well, I
Because
would like to.
自由にする仕事だから。
Yeah.
人の思考を自由にする仕事だから。
It's
うん。
freeing people from the prisons of their mind.
いやいやいやいや。
Yeah. Yeah, Sanka Steiner. So I would love to participate. So um, I'll
Ah, well,
try to do that. Yeah.
yeah.
So let's talk about another aspect of your life, which is really
Yeah.
interesting. And I guess this is like a hobby or a practice for you, and it's kekkaseki,
結界
which
石。はい。
are these, I guess the
バウン
translation is boundary stones.
いやいや。
So yeah,
うん。
would you like to describe these stones and
うん。
what are they used for?
Ah, yeah. Kekkaiseki basically put in Zen garden or tea house garden. So that it is a boundary. You cannot enter over that. Mm. Or one more meaning. Uh, One is boundary, and one is you should stop here and look around. Look
Okay.
around the garden. This here is a good viewpoint. Yeah,
Mm,
two meanings
mm,
basically. Yeah, and so I always walk in Zen garden when I was in monastery and Ryosokuin. So I can do many things about Japanese garden, tie the rope or cut woods or something. Now I make it. But えっと my work is not for the garden. Of course, you can put in the garden also, but なんていうのかな. Put in your thoughts. Put in,
in your thoughts.
yeah. So, だね。うん、そうだね。
So I should explain. So these are stones that you wrap or you tie up with
うん。
hemp. And so
Yes.
first you take hemp,
うん。
strings of hemp, and then you weave them
Yes.
into a tight, almost like tight rope.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
then you tie the
うん。
stone with the rope,
うん。
and it looks quite organically beautiful.
Thank you.
Did you have one? I think you have one.
Okay.
And so how long did that take you to wrap, to make?
2 hours to also maybe.
About 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that's quite a small one.
Yeah.
So larger ones can take, what, 5 hours?
Yeah. So the make rope take time. Weaving the rope.
So yeah, you said it's like making something for your mind. So when you make it, do you reach the flow state when you're weaving? なんか集中力で、なんか時間忘れて、and then you're in the flow
Yeah.
state?
Yeah, sometime. So like waving, mufflers or waving status. Do simple one thing. We concentrate highly,
Highly, yes. Flow
almost.
state.
Yeah, it's same.
Does that feel like a spiritual practice?
I
Oh,
don't
just
think so. Very simple, actual thing. Shokunin work.
shokunin work. Yeah, yeah. And you sell these online.
Not me. One gallery in Switzerland. They sell this on online, but maybe completely sold out. Always.
Yes, they're always sold out. I checked.
Yeah.
You make these regularly,
Yes.
yeah? Every week?
これを欲しがってる人がいたときに作ります。だからスイスのギャラリーは、スイスにたくさんこれを欲しがってる人がいるんですね。ということです。はい。
Okay. So there are many people in Switzerland who like these stones, and you make them to order. So when someone wants one, you make them.
Yes, yes. これはもうただの石です。ただの石というか、もちろん材料はこだわってるんですけど、誰でも作れるっちゃ作れるんですよ。石を紐で結ぶだけだから。なんか何でもない、ものとしては何でもないし、機能も大してないわけです。だけど、ここにはコンセプトがあって、これを手に取る人はそのコンセプトを買っているんだと思います。
Okay. I understand. So you're saying it's just a stone wrapped in rope. It has really no function, but people are buying, I guess, the concept behind the stone, which is this idea of it's you said it has two functions really. One is to stop you to look around, to notice the world, and it's also a boundary in gardens. But I guess people are buying, they're buying shakunin damashi. Yeah, they're buying what you put into the stone through your craft. So they're buying craftsmanship, you think?
I know craftsmanship. I think I know craftsmanship. So I am not craft people becauseクラフト職人さんはもっともっと毎日何十年も修行してる人たちだから、私は自分を職人なんて名乗れない。失礼だから。なんだけど、この石に込めてるのは、庭に置いてあったら立ち止まるか、辺りを見渡すっていう意味だけど、庭に置いてなくても、これを見たときに、じゃあ自分の人生ってなんだろう、自分は今なんで生きてるんだろうとかっていうふうに立ち止まってほしいし、自分の今何をやってるかって、自分は今何をやってるかっていうことを辺りを見回してほしい。自分の状況を見回してほしいと思うんですね。それは座禅をすることと一緒だから。
Okay. understand.
そういう意味でこれを作ってます。
All right. So you're saying a few things, respectfully, that you're not a craftsman, and becoming a craftsman takes decades of hard work, working hard every day, and it would be rude to say I'm a craftsman. But you hope that when people buy these stones and they don't really put them in their garden, they're going to put it somewhere in their house. You hope when they see the stone, they stop and reflect, oh, what am I doing with my life, or what matters to me, or they kind of observe the world around them.
Yeah.
That's what you hope they do
Yes,
when they see the stones.
Yes. And that is same as
Zen.
do Zazen. Yeah.
Zazen. Okay. So actually, say a sort of an important question is,
Yes.
what is Zen? So outside of Japan, Zen is very commercialized. Yeah.
Oh,
And people say, this phone is Zen design, or I want
wow.
a Zen room, or so Zen has become like a adjective, like kayoshi, like, oh, this cup is Zen. But how do you define Zen?
Zen is a way of thinking.
Way of thinking.
Yeah, how to see the people, how to see the life, how to see the world. Way of thinking. Religion is a way of thinking, I think. So Zen is one philosophy of Japan.
Nice.
And Zazen is a technique to install the philosophy, Zen philosophy,
Nice. All right.
I think.
You know, my podcast is about Ikigai. So,
Yeah,
do you think Ikigai is tied to Zen?
of course.
Good. Okay, of course.
Yeah. So Ikigai, I think Ikigai is that you make own by yourself. 生きがいは自分で作るもの。自分で作るためには自分が一体何をやっているのか、自分はどう生きるのかっていうことを納得しないと、納得した生き方なんて選べないと思うんですね。そう。だから、納得できる、自分が一体何をしているのか、自分はどうやって生きるのかっていうことを決めるぐらい納得するためには、まずは観察が必要なんですね、現実の。そういうつながりがある。
So, Ikigai is something you create or make for yourself, I guess, through life experience and decisions. And it's also something you must nantoku satisfy.
Yes.
It's something you must explore and satisfy for your life to move forward, for you to live life fully. So you kanji?
そういう感じ。
Okay. And for example, can you have many ikigai? So maybe is making kekaiseki one ikigai for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to introduce the Zazen is also, and spend time with family also, his friends also, and do something.
Drinking with craftsmen?
Yeah. Also, yeah. Exactly. And trip all over the world also, and meet someone. I don't know someone. Meet unknown people also. Yeah. And yes.
So it can be
Everywhere. We have
many things. Mm. Well, on the subject of learning Zazen, where can people learn Zazen from you?
Kyoto.
Kyoto.
In Kyoto. First in Kyoto. So Kyoto, I have many places to do Zazen session. And one is online. So I have online session. But now I have classes on online, but only Japanese
Ah,
now. But I have a personal session also. So if you want to do that, I can do that. So online personal session. But my English ability is very, very poor like this. So それが OK ならばね。
right.
Yeah. で、まあ、いろんな形でできると思う。例えば、一緒にオンラインで座る。で、その細かい哲学的な質問とか、
Ah,
とても抽象的な質問とかテキストでやり取りするとかね。
okay.
そういうこともできると思う。
All right.
Mm.
So people can go to Kyoto and learn from you. You also do it online. People can do it kojinteki, so one man-to-man, one-on-one online, and even through text where you offer philosophical questions to contemplate.
Yeah. And of course, if someone invite me,
Mm.
so I can go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I could invite you to do a Zazen online for my community.
Oh,
If it's okay. Yeah.
yeah.
We can talk about that later.
Okay.
So I have one more question
Yes.
before we finish. So what is Zen 言葉、よくあるですね。一語一会とか。What is one Zen word or Zen saying you would like to teach the listeners?
Ah, there is many Zen words I like. Okay, one very short words, Nikon or Jikon. Yeah, and its meaning just now,
Just now.
now. So, there is no past, there is no future. Past thing and future thing is just in your head, just in your thought. There is there is 今しかないっていうことね。現実に存在するのは今だけ、しかないっていうこと。いや、どうぞどうぞ。
There's only now. There's no. The past is the past. The future can only be experienced now. So there's only now.
ですね。
ですね。今は今。
今し、そうそうそう。過去も未来も存在しない。それは頭の中、想像の中だけのもので、あるのは、現実にあるのは今だけ。
Yes.
なので、過去に縛られる必要もないし、未来への恐怖に縛られる必要もないし、今すべてを自分で決めることができるっていうね。
There's only now. There's no reason to be trapped in the past. There's no reason to fear the future. You have now, and this is the way to live your life, is to focus on the now, because the past and the future are concepts of the mind.
Yes, that's
Mm.
right. Yes. Nikon.
Nikon. Now, I like it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you so much, Tosei Shinabe-san, Osho-sama, for your time today.
You too.
Uh,
Thank you too.
Really enjoyed it. And yes, I'd love to come and visit you in Kyoto.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
This episode was brought to you by the Find Your Ikigai course. Developed in consultation with Japan's leading Ikigai researchers, the Find Your Ikigai course is the only culturally accurate and evidence-based practical guide to the Ikigai concept. To learn more about the Find Your Ikigai course, please visit ikigaitribe.com.